Hey guys, and welcome to This is the Police, a strategy adventure game by Weepy Studios. I'm obliged to say that I was given this review build of the game to show off to you guys free of charge, but that will in no way impair my judgment. Let's get on with the game instead of complaining and whinging about stuff like I usually do. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumours of Jack Boyd's resignation. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the Mayor's personal request. Let's go to work.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning. Yesterday, the Mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? I've been expecting this bullshit from the Mayor. The Mayor discussed it with me. Mayor Rogers told me that he wants a fresh face running Freeburg PD, so no, it didn't come as a surprise. Do you already know the name of your successor? I think I'll be a department veteran. No. Of course not. I don't think the Mayor's office knows it either. Is there? Bah! I fucked up already. God damn it. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the Mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Nah, no way. He made up his mind to leave. I don't see anything affecting that decision. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Oh, if it helps the police. It's bullshit. Excuse me, but that's a pile of horse shit. The mafia and the police working together? Maybe they're in cahoots with the aliens. The mafia are a bunch of low-life criminals. How about someone ask a real question? Do you think your personal relationship with the Mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely not. It's just not possible. Mayor Rogers is a true professional. And he makes his decisions carefully. There's no place in our jobs for hard feelings. Oh, thank you. I'm the fuck down.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick. As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking at the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Fucking see about that. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Day 2. Head of Cultural Department owns villa in Italy. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Jack Boyd confirms police cooperation with the mafia. Excuse me? Sure.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Yeah, show me what you've got. Freeburg PD organises upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Ah, okay, so that's like this section. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who's exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Also, they like work 5 off 5? Fucking hell, that's a bit brutal, isn't it? Employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can't to take a day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behaviour of your employees. So, shift... Okay, we've only got shift B, but everyone seems fine. Ah, okay, so it's the little star. So Price is fucking useless. Austin is almost as useless. Purdy is getting there. Yancey is shit as well. Like, they're all shit, apart from Kochi. Kochi's the only one who's actually worth anything. And... gotta be in a... Can I change you around? And I can't do anything because we've only got one shift, so... Start the day. Nice, we've got a SWAT team. Dick. Respond to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The further away your destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to get back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. A hit and run at the everyday mall. Okay. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task is to check how many units you're allowed to send on a call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option to send a SWAT. They must be accompanied by at least one officer. The number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All this can tell you how serious each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. So I'm going to send Pricey and... Actually, I'll send Austin. I don't think we need to send anyone else. Austin, you go and sort it. Just a fucking hit and run, it's no issue. Why are you knee on? Why are you going that way anyway? The last picture show theatre. A theatre manager reports that during a show in a Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked a cashier and is currently fighting with a theatre security guard. I'm going to send Yancey on this one. I think Yancey can fucking deal with himself. Yancey and Price. Go, like, help Price get a bit, like, make her feel like she's doing something, eh? Just send her in the back to calm down the crowd or something. Yeah, that one's relatively far away. I'm glad I sent Austin over there. What's the report? When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster. Dead civilians bother the mayor even more than living ones. The offender escaped, but the officer's unharmed. Good job, Austin, you piece of shit. How you getting on, Yancey and Price? The offender was caught. The officers were unharmed. The civilians were unharmed. Good job, Yancey. Not as big a fuck up as you look. And you took Price out to get her a bit better. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with a whole collection of adult movies. Criminals fled in the car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Jeanette Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Kochi, you're going on this one, and I'm going to send Tsubaki as well. Tobacco and Kochi, go sort it. There's a fight. A brother and sister clash with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of the lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and the hospital guard's off duty today. Purdy, you can probably do this yourself, my dear. Austin's on her way back, so is Price and Yancey. We should be good. I need to make sure that Kochi and Tobacco are the ghetto. Passerby saw some teenagers attacking an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Yancey, you're taking Price again. Price, don't let me down on this one. As your partner, Yancey, you better teach her well. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You've got plenty of other problems on your plate. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room. This is an armed robbery. The car's there. We know they've got a shotgun. Let's try and sneak in. Sneak in through the open window. Offender caught. Officers unarmed. Nice. Job well fucking done. Purdy, how'd you get on? Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Good job, Purdy. We've got Austin. Austin's sitting back at the PD. Ready to kick some ass and take some names. Yancey and Price, how'd you get on the assault? The offender escaped, but the officers are unharmed. Yancey, that is not the way we do it in this precinct. Price, got a feeling that you had a lot to do with that. Yeah, it's the end of the day. If you think you'll need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Someone's bound to make a mistake. Ah, cool. So we've got... Ah, that's pretty cool. We've got some better people on shift A. Stovall, yeah, you look like a good guy. Fucking Roy. He's always been worthless.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face. the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Well, that's the point where we're going to have to wrap up this episode. So, if you managed to make it this far, let me know in the comment section below. Are we going to play this clean or dirty? As always, I've been CJ, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.